Hey guys, Brandon Sweeney here again, and on today's video, I'm gonna be covering one of the biggest questions that we all want the answer to. What is really causing the home inventory shortage in 2021? I'm gonna answer that for you, so let's jump into it. I know what you're probably thinking. You probably think I'm gonna be talking about the low interest rates, which everyone's talking about right now, or the buyers moving from the city into the suburbs around us. But I'm gonna talk about something a little more important than that, which is the lumber prices soaring, along with the building costs associated with that, and what that's doing to this current market. So let me explain. So I grew up with a lot of friends in the construction industry, and I'm still friends with them to this day. So what I'm hearing in conversations and concerns that they're sharing with me is the rise in construction supplies, including lumber, electrical, plumbing, and what that's doing to this current market. So right now, if you were to build a house, let's say it's the same size, same shape as the house that you would have bought a year ago, the increase in price to that house, it's gonna be around $50,000, just in lumber prices alone. So not only are you going to pay that markup for the lumber prices, but you're also paying the markup for the change in the market. So that new construction build is gonna be way more expensive than that house would have been a year ago. Not only that, but those buyers who would have been buying that new construction house a year ago, they're looking right now, and instead of buying new construction now, they're looking at that resale home. So there's more competition in that resale industry because they're almost priced out of that new construction build, but they can afford to go a little higher than the next guy on that resale house. So not only that, but homeowners more than ever are spending way more time at home, and what that's causing to the average day person right now, right? Everyone wants to get their hands in on some DIY projects. So I'm hearing from so many of my past clients that they're getting these projects done, and it makes me happy because they're building equity, but they're also getting their hands dirty and building that sweat equity on their own. Some might be hiring contractors to do this work for them, but I'm getting texts, calls, emails, you name it, from past clients who are doing these projects on their own. So they are going to the hardware store, getting the lumber, getting the fixtures that they need, right, to do these projects. But what that's doing to the market right now is, because there's such a demand for these electrical supplies or these plumbing supplies, or even just the lumber itself, they're putting that demand on those supplies, and so aren't the contractors. When it all comes down to it, because there's that strain on this market right now, all of the supplies, they're gonna raise in price. And who knows when that's gonna change, but at the end of the day, if these homeowners wanna do their projects, good for them. I am so proud of them. But at the same time, contractors, they need to get their work done. They need to build these houses. They need to do these rehabs for their clients. At the end of the day, that's putting a serious strain on the construction supplies right now. So last but not least, I'm gonna be talking about one more thing that no one else is talking about right now, and that's really the lack of skilled trade workers in the industry right now. It's sad to say, but when you go to high school, typically you're pushed into the college direction, where maybe that's not necessarily for you. But the trade schools are typically really overlooked when it comes to high school. So what that's doing to this current market, these construction workers, if they're in construction, they likely own their business, right? So these businesses trying to find skilled help, it's like pulling needles from a haystack. It's so tough for them to find that skilled help, whether it's working on current projects, whether it's working on future projects, right? It's tough for them to find that skilled help. So whether you're in electrical, plumbing, just general construction, even laborers, they're tough to come by. So at the end of the day, who's gonna be suffering? It's not these businesses, because these businesses can charge a little more than they could have a few years ago. It's gonna be the consumer who's really suffering, right? They're gonna be paying that premium for all these workers because at the end of the day, there's not enough workers to go around. So if they have workers, they can charge more money than the next guy. With that being said, if we don't change things right now, then these construction companies, their projects are only gonna keep getting delayed, and the cost of lumber, cost of goods is only gonna keep rising. So how we change that is really, it starts at the high school level. If we can start promoting more trade schools, then the lack of experienced workers today isn't going to be affecting us in the future. So if we can get more kids into trades, more education regarding the trades, because you can make a good amount of money in the trades if you really apply yourself, right? There's so many more businesses being built out of the trades than ever before. It just has to start with that high school level. So if we can build up more trade workers, then we're not going to suffer in the future, and we're going to build a better infrastructure for ourselves. So that's really my opinion on what is causing the home inventory shortage in 2021. It's not the low interest rates or just the buyers moving from the city down to the suburbs. It really has to do with the construction industry and the effect that's having on our home inventory shortage. Thank you all so much for watching. If you like this video, make sure to hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe because we're pushing out content every single month. And please leave a comment down below. Let me know what your thoughts of this video were and what you'd like me to cover in future videos. As always, thank you so much for watching. I can't wait to see you in the next video.